Ahoy and welcome to another unscripted video. I really want to discuss these teasers and give my 2 cents, and I kind of want to do it fast since I'm going to be away for the holidays, so that's why it's unscripted again. I do have some notes, so we will go over them and hopefully the video will turn out great. I really hope so. I'm kind of nervous doing these things unscripted, so back legs crossed. Either way, what is this video about? Well, for those who aren't aware, for those people who were locked up in the brick these past days, Sea of Thieves have been streaming a lot, mainly to get drops out there for people who still need to earn some, but you could also watch it, which was really boring because you will be watching a snow globe all the time. However, the scene was changing every once in a while. The first change took place after 11 hours and the second after 30 hours, and I don't even know the other ones. I just get pinged by other people and I make a video about it. Speaking about that, I made HD clips out of all of these teasers. So I watched Twitch, I clipped it, and then I converted the minutes and stitched it all together. Nobody complained about the stitching, so I guess I've done a good job. So I post all those teasers on my channel. You can watch them at your own leisure. I did no voiceover. No end screen as well, so if you want a clean HD version to use for your own videos, yeah, you can download them. That's why I made them. So anyways, like, this is not important, you're here for the discussion, so let's do the discussion about these teasers. One thing I do want to mention, a little disclaimer, I do believe the Servant of the Flame is Flameheart Jr. I also did a poll recently, and yeah, the majority of my subscribers think the same. I won't go into detail. I think Falker did a pretty good job explaining why he is Flameheart Jr. We could still be wrong, but let's just pretend that it is right now. So yeah, let's go over the teasers. So the first one, you see the snow globe. It starts with the Sail Together music, and then we are in the Reaper's hideout. We hear some chains rattling, trapdoor opening. The door opening also sounds like the captain's door of the Ferry of the Damned, when it opens and you go back to the world of the living. So that might be a hint, might not be a hint. I feel it is Flameheart Jr. himself opening this door to talk to Flameheart. It might be a doorway to Flameheart's memories in the Sea of the Damned, but that's just a theory. Well, he talks about a flame burning brighter here in the dark, which I think the connection to talk to Flameheart might be stronger in the Reaper's hideout. Again, that's just a thought that's floating around. He also talks about no glory for the Dark Brethren, Flameheart scattering their bonds, no Lords of the Sea, but a King of Fire. And he actually overacts a little bit, in my opinion. That's fine, some people seem to like it. Either way, yeah, obviously he's talking about Flameheart waging a potential war on the Dark Brethren. Either way, Flameheart and the Lords of the Sea, they don't agree. He also speaks about a deathly veil that moves across the waves. The sands of gold will be shrouded and all be chained eternally as sea-bound souls. And obviously Flameheart himself was a sea-bound soul one. If you want to know more about that, just play the tall tale called Sea-Bound Soul. The sands of gold is interesting phrasing. Could be the shores of gold, but I think it's going to be the Golden Sands outpost. There might be some changes going on there. I think Flameheart has set his eyes on that outpost. Another thing why I think that way is because Junior talks about her sister will be bound to your will. And what sister could it be? Well, I'm thinking it's the sister of Wanda. She's named Wanda. Yeah, very original. Why does Flameheart wants the sister to be bound to his will? I don't know, maybe he's a little bit salty about Wanda switching sides. Like, Wanda and Wanda are not really on speaking terms. I mean, if your sister was a skeleton killing everybody in the seas, like, I know you would be like, alright, I'll see you at Christmas. But, the rest of the year we don't really talk. So I don't really know why he might be interested in Wanda, but, I'm betting my balloons on her for now. So we'll see. Flameheart Jr. also talks about She of the Deep cannot stop it now. Which is, I've mentioned this before, I think, and a lot of people think this is hinting to Belle of the Deep, which, in case you're wondering who is this character, well, don't be too ashamed of your shocking lack of knowledge, because nothing is known about her all that much. She was in promotion material, one of the big ones in the beginning, so I'm glad we'll probably see more of her story coming around, which is really nice because, like I said before, this is stuff they planned from the very beginning. Like the story with Flameheart and Gold Order and Bell of the Deep. I think they had some big ideas for it, so I'm glad they're finally doing it. I also think Sea of Thieves is, from the beginning, was made to last about 10 years. So I think this was always planned, and we might see some big stuff, some big changes to the sea. So I'm happy that those plans are, coming into action. Also, Belle is probably a pirate legend since she has a legendary curse, the glowy eyes. And Pawn's designs depicted her in the legendary hideout. Also, the name, she's called Legend of the Deep, so that title kind of gives it away. After the speech, we go back to the globe and we see a figure standing next to the fire. I think it's Belle. I heard some people say, oh, that's Flameheart. No, I think it's Belle. I think it's pretty obvious. Again, we could be wrong, but time will tell. So the second teaser starts about the same, with the rattling and stuff like that. But we also hear some other voices in the background. And one of them is probably Stitch Jim, but I couldn't make out what he was saying. I do believe Junior might be talking to Stitch Jim in this second teaser. Again, it goes with my theory of the well being some sort of communication device, aside from, some other properties it might have. Junior talks about memories that can be harnessed and focused. Memories can be powerful allies and accursed weapons. Your king is dead and the world beyond live the king. He shall give you freedom unchained and life everlasting and endless riches fast. Bring your forts of stone and bow to the blade of fire. So really interesting stuff again. He talks about memories. When I think of memories, I think of the memories of Jack Sparrow in the Sea of the Damned, and I would definitely want to see more of that. That was so cool. And it's so flexible, like there's so many options they can go with memories. I would love to dive into the memories of the Pirate Lord and maybe see how he got his daggers in his back and stuff like that. And maybe we'll dive into the memories of Flameheart now. So that would be cool if we get something like that. They can also be referring to memories of the Ancients. And I will touch upon that a little bit later. And the last sentence is really interesting. Bring your forts of stone and bow to the blade of fire. The forts that are already in the game are all made of wood. So Forts of Stone is really interesting, especially when you think that there's not really that much stone to work with in the Sea of Thieves, since most of the structures are made from driftwood, with some exceptions like the taverns. Also, Blade of Fire could mean the burning blade, or it could be the actual Blade of Fire that the burning blade got its name from. I don't know. Is there a Blade of Fire? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. So after this speech, we go back to the globe. The figure is still there, but we also see two helmets. I think they are part of the Sovereign cosmetics, but I have no idea why they would be there. Maybe announcing a war. Maybe it has to do something with memories. I don't know. Alright, so I also noticed that this video is already a bit long. I guess that's the downside of doing stuff unscripted. So I'm just gonna, put a break on this. I'm gonna edit it so you have something to watch, which you already know because you just watch it. Doesn't matter. Rest assured, I'll be uploading part 2 of my unscripted opinions really soon. I'm probably already working on it, so that's gonna be out sooner rather than later. So keep an eye out for that video. Thanks for watching this one and take care.